Howdy, howdy. Yeah, I'm back. Back again. We're gonna do a quick one. I'll admit there was a little bit of a preliminary doing on this one just because I was playing around with it. So, to all these videos, people making all these HTML5 games and whatnot using this ClickTeam Fusion 2.5. It reminds me a lot of like Game Maker back in the day, which Game Maker's still around. And so I downloaded the free version, right? I want to take a look at it. So you go in here, you click download the free version, and if you go to this version comparison, you'll see that the free, you get all the basic stuff. But then event list editor's gone, data editor list of extensions, project files, alpha channels, embedded binary files. Windows executables, no. We have limited export to HTML5, not sure what that means. Limited included, coming soon, expanded, not sure what that means, but alright. Can't do SWF, iOS, Android, XNA, blah blah blah. File type supported, no AVI, no TGA, whatever. We have pretty much everything else. Ability to select the graphic and sound filter to include to the standalone applications. Okay. User tools, okay. Ability to export and import toolbar, okay. Okay. But the actual build limitations of like these things that aren't really listed here, you can find if you download it. You'll see howdy soda XP or 7oda. Anyways, if you go to the downloads, you'll see I've installed Cheat Engine. It's running. We're going to use it because it's a little bit of a different reverse engineering today. I don't even know if I have Ollie or will need it, but we'll see. I know that I probably don't because this is a new VM. 64-bit, just in case we need to do some. Oh, right. Here's your limitations. Cannot load more than one application. Each application can't contain more than 3 frames. Not more than 100 backdrop or 30 other objects, so you're limited to 30 objects. No more than 150 events. Global events are gone, as well as object behaviors, so that's a pretty big limit. The number of object types in this version is very limited. You cannot install other type of objects with the extension manager, which is true, but it may just be a version string limitation. Haven't looked into that at all. Maybe we will. Cannot export images with the picture editor. You cannot export or replace sound samples or music files with the data element editor. And if you want to buy it, it's $100. Now, let's see what we can do. So let's install this. Yeah. Now, of course, this probably says, okay, don't redistribute. It's copyright. Okay. France. Disclaimer. Software. Okay. You know, I don't see anything yet. Maybe I missed it. Oh, right here. No reverse engineering. You may not modify, disassemble, or decompile the software or the standalone applications created with the software in whole or part. I don't see how that's a legitimate thing. I don't get it. That's like saying, yeah, you bought this radio, but you can't change the batteries, or you can't open the cover to see how the batteries go in. No, I don't read it, but I always check for a no reverse engineering. Because it's always there, and I feel like it's bullshit. It's like, hey, we're never going to know if you do this or not, eh? So, please don't. We're lazy programmers. We don't want to do it right, so, maybe just don't. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, next. Examples, library, sure, do it. Install. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. And I'm glad you are doing well as well. While that finishes up, I'm going to grab my beverage. Okay, so this is done. I've got a beverage. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and close out all this. Fire it up. First thing you'll see, we get this free edition, blah, 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 blah. Help menu. Great. Don't care. Okay, so let's do open. And let's open the examples. C drive. QuickTeam Fusion free. Examples. Backdrop. Cool. All right. If we run, you see this little thing. And we can move this guy around. Oh, that was nifty. Exit. Okay, so you'll see that if we go and edit this, there's one frame. Excuse me. Now, if we click here to add another frame, all good. We still have run. All good. Still have run. 4. And we get this pop-up. You have reached the limits of the free version. And now that we've got that pop-up, run no longer works. Everything's disabled. But they were nice. They said, if you pass it, just undo the last thing you did. So we'll delete this frame. And it's like, program features restored. So now we have features again. And same thing if we open another one. Yeah, don't do it. Run is disabled. Can't even run a frame until we close one. What? Close. No. There we go. Program features restored. So we could attach with Ollie or X64 or X32 or something and dig in. But since it has a hard shift and it's very easy to trigger, let's see if we can find that. And let's see if we can do it using Cheat Engine. All right. So first scan is going to be unknown value. Boom. We found 10 million. Okay, now let's change some stuff. Oops. And that's going to be a unchanged value. We haven't done it yet. So there's still 10 million of them. Delete. We'll do one more unchanged. And then let's change it. Changed value. Next scan. That cut us down a lot. Unchanged value. Oops. Next scan. And let's go delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. Oops. Delete. Yes. Now we have a changed value. Next. Alright, we're moving on down. This one looks very peculiar, but let's do this one more time. Changed value. Okay. Delete. Yes. Changed value. So this one's green, and that means that it's in standard address space. So let's take a look at this one here. Now, we know that if we add this, so right now we have unchanged value. And we know that if we add this, we get this. And we get all these changed values. Tons of changed stuff. But only this one. is in the same address space. So let's do this. Let's find out what writes to this address. Yep. And then let's go delete. Yes. Program features restored. Something wrote to it. Let's show this address in the disassembler. Okay, so we have a compare ECX with this. We got moves, all sorts of stuff. Call, test, move. And let's see here, move 0. Okay, interesting. Some interesting stuff happening. So let's go ahead and close this. And let's do it a couple more times. So bloop, same place. Okay. Delete. Yep. Program features restored. Same place. And let's show the disassembler. We'll come back in here. And so this is modifying that address. We have a jump over it. We have a JS here. Compare byte pointer. Oh, look, we're comparing it with a 0. Jump if not equal. So jump if not equal, where does this go? Follow comes down here. Let's go back and let's actually change this to compare it with a 1. There we go. And let's see what happens. So we'll stop that. Oh, look. We didn't get that message. Oh, look, we have lots of frames. Oh, look, we still have run application. Oh, let's see if we can open another one. What do you know? We can run that one too. We can build. Let's run. Oh, run application. Not that one. Gah. Run application. Look, we can have multiples open. We can add as many objects as we want. We can add as many frames as we want. We can make the frames as big or as small as we want. Now, I don't know that we can do any. So we can do a build and it's going to be HTML5. Save HTML5 project. Let's see here. Let's do tools, Windows Explorer, preferences now. Welcome. Let's try view toolbars now. Oh, look, now we have import and export. Let's see if this works. Import export settings. Not available in this version. So we would need to check into that a little bit further. View, toolbars, import settings. Not available in this version. Okay, that's fine. Data elements. Blip. Ooh, music. What's extract mean? Not available in this version. So that's something else we can look into, but as far as these, not compatible with your version. But as far as the limitation of like how many objects, how many frames, we can circumvent that with 1 byte. And you'll see that that byte is at this address here. I gotta let the dog in. Good heavens. Let's see here. Add to code list. No, not that. Yeah, go away. Show under somewhere. Copy address. Copy to clipboard. I just want the address. But I think this will work. I think it'll get me the address. Kinda. 1BE95. Go to address. Where is this? View. There's a way to grab this. I know there is. Well, it's 1BE95 from the top, so that should work, I suppose. I don't even have HXD on here. Let's grab it. HXD. And it's not that one anyways, but this one here, which is, let's see if we can go to, no, we're already at the address. Yeah. Copy clipboard. That is not helpful. Unless this works. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we have this 01, F3, yes. So we want this address. No, I don't want that. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, let's grab HXD here. Not sure how that happened, but okay. Download, yeah, just download it. Now let's see if we can implement this one little patch that we found using G-Engine. I wish this would give me the actual address and not the I guess relative works just fine. Are you gonna run or what? Like, what the fuck? Run. Cancel. Yes. Okay. Next. I accept. Next. Yeah, normal. I don't care. Just do it. Finish. Exit. Properties. Open file location. Cancel. It's 10 megs. Now we need this, and we want to go to copy clipboard. No, I want 1BE5C. 1BE5C. That is not it. So we'll do this. We'll grab from here to here. Copy to clipboard. HXD. Come on back. Control F. Hex values. Control V. Okay. Can't find. You son of a bitch. What do you mean you can't find it? Oh, there we go. Not sure what was so damn hard about that, but let's see here. We stop at, okay, so 80 3D EO B8 ah 8B oh. Is there another one? Oh, it matches again. 8B, oh, 8B, we want 80. Jeeves. Well, let's do this one more time here. Control F, and we'll throw an 80 at the end of it there. That's not it. Should be 3D. Weird. How you doing? I'm doing all right. How you doing? Except I don't know why this is not giving me the address, like tools. View. I want. So I mean, this says that it's that. Let's do. Where the f is the... Well, I know what it used to be. It used to be this. So, views, debug, let's see here. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. That's what we want. Whoa. Of course. I think we can just get rid of the A. Should be somewhat close. Actually, let's close that. Do I still have the Find out what writes to this address. Okay, there we go. Oh, I modified it back. Delete. Delete. Oops. Delete. Oh yeah. Close. There we go. Okay. So let's grab just Ollie real quick. Ollie dbg. And we'll just patch this. What's this? I haven't seen you do this before. Oh, so this is the ClickTeam Fusion 2.5 free edition that has a limitation that if you want more than 3 frames, you'll see here we'll get a pop-up that says free edition, blah, 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 blah. And if we delete it, it will restore that. So what I did was I found where that byte gets flipped, whether it's passed or if it's not passed, using Cheat Engine, just searching until we found it. Then I looked to see what axis is that, and then I've been stumbling around to get the stupid address from it for like way too long. But we finally got the address, so let's grab Ollie here so I can pop in there and make the change, because I don't have a file offset average. I have a stupid, you know what I mean, virtual address. Wow, that's a real fast download. And so yeah, instead of digging around in it for days and days and days, I was like, well, it gives you this hard thing. Something's changing between that and especially this when it says program features restored. So open file attach. I can't attach to it, but I can open another copy. C drive, program files, ClickTeam, MMFU2 F2U. MMF2U. No MMF2U, sir. Oh my god. Gotta analyze everything that loads in. I mean, I could just hit space. Okay. Close. Oh god. Oh, this is going to be a while. Let's go appearance, highlighting, jumps and calls. Go to expression. That's not, oh yeah, that's it. And here we see our compare. God, stop analyzing everything, please. Are we done? I think it's done. It's definitely not done. But this is the byte we want to change, and let's just tell it to compare with like a fucking 3 or something. It's never gonna be a 3. And we'll do edit, copy all modifications to executable, blah. Yes. C. That's all we needed that for. And we can close both of them. No. And let's see here. How many ways do you know how to... I mean, there's endless ways. And the trick is to never looking for new ways. The other day I was stripping like non-printable bytes out of files, replacing them with empty space just to see if I could find where the strings were at in the console. So here's our C. We changed 1 byte. And welcome. Let's open. All programs should save their examples. Let's try games. The hell? Did I break something? Stuff. New application. Okay, new works. Now let's try open. The hell? You can have more than... That's all fine. Why can't I open now? So weird. Close. Wait, let's just attach with Ollie, not that. Attach with Ollie real quick. Oh my. I wonder if the rename has something to do with it. Definitely wasn't having that problem before. Although I was only changing it to a 1 before and not a like 4 or whatever I changed it to. I don't remember. I'm going to let this analyze so I don't have to do it again. So I'm going to go outside real quick and smoke because it's going to be going for a while. I'll be back. And so far this has been kind of boring. But we're going to look into a lot more here pretty quick. let's see what we can do. So we have it running. Sweet. Let's view executable modules, and we want our exe, which is right there. We'll analyze it completely from start to finish. Where did he go? Oh, never mind. Sorry. I'm back. We were waiting for analysis on all of the stupid DLLs. Did my mic just... Nope, we're good. Okay, so here we go. And we know that I can go to this address, or not, because it's different now. Let's search for this command. Search for command tire block. Oh, you son of a bitch! Don't you dare! Search for all commands. Nothing found. I wish I had the bytes now. In program perfect resize, it has both license manager and perfect resize. Which would you think? Most likely the license manager is going to modify or save something. And then perfect resize is going to reference that. So I would look at perfect resize and see where it's referenced. Maybe you could take a look at CS2D. It's like CSGO. Oh boy. Maybe. Let's see here. Now, where was I? Well, we have it running. And it's buggy as all hell. Because all this analyzing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good news is, do I have it in here still? Aha! Okay, that is not what I wanted to do, but fair enough. There we go. Control B, insert. That's not it. Control L, can't use that. Cancel. Control L. Nope. Oh, okay, so I can run, but open doesn't work? Of course, now it's going to have to load all that. Okay, let's try loading counter. And it still doesn't work. So let's find our modification, which was at this plus a number, which was 1BE95. This might work. I'm not 100% positive. God, it's so big. Page down.
B E 95. Move one. We want to end up here, which is this guy here. Compare with a 1. Now our original one I'm still not 100% certain where it's at. So let's find it, and then we can rank. Oh, move by 4. Move by 3. No. It would be essentially this. Actually, let's go like this. Tool, no, analysis, data comparison, compare that one with program files. What the fuck? Oh. This one. There we go. 1B260. We're way off. 260. Guess what? That's not it. I think it's gonna be minus 1,000, so we'll just go to B60. Zzz. What did I say? B260. We got a ways to come up still. B260. That's not it either. Son of a bitch. Well, let's change this back. Of course, we can't open it. Oh, we can do this now. Copy. Control B. Shift insert. Alt M. Control B. Search. Control L. Okay, didn't find it. It should find it. Copy. Oh, right there. Compare with 3. Compare with 1. Now can we open? Eh? Still can't open. What the fuck? Let's try changing it back to 0. View patches. Oops. Where the fuck is the undo? God, I've been using... Oh, there we go. Undo selection. Using x64 too much. Okay. So, we are in trial. Delete. Yes. Program features restored. Open is gonna try. And it still doesn't work. So, let's... File... let's... find references to address constant. And is that what I wanted? No. See. Find references to immediate constant. Which is just 0, I think. Yeah, that's not going to be what I want either. That's just wonderful. When it says it's going to jump to an address, but you can't see the address on the left like it will jump to, but it's on the left, it's only in the... Why is that? What do you mean? When it says going to jump to an address, but you can't see the address on the left. Oh, over here? It probably just means you need to analyze, or it's a calculated jump, or it's in a different module or something, but that wouldn't work usually. I mean, technically it will, but let's see here. So we end up here from this. That was this guy here. Do we jump to this? I gotta analyze it, reanalyze. What's the diff between jump and call? Aren't they kind of the same? Kinda. A call will always put its return address on the top of the stack. So you are, with a call, modifying the stack. You need to remember that. So if you don't return within your call, or if you modify the stack inside your call, you have to account for that. A jump will go to it, and then you are responsible for coming back to execution. So let's go like this. And we see that it doesn't actually pause there. So this was definitely the wrong address. It should be a JS. Oh, this is where I was at, not the other one. Oh boy. So run is constantly checked, and we are not jumping, and we're going to move a byte of 1 there. So let's move a byte of 0 if we don't jump, and then after the first time we should be good. So now we still aren't going to take that jump.
So something else is modifying that. So if we go follow and dump, memory address, and we click this to update, delete. Let's do breakpoint memory right. Okay, we knew about that one. Okay, here's a 0. We want it to be a 0. Or no, we want it to be a 1, so let's move a 1 into it here as well. And this jump is the one that we want to take, which is here, which tells it, yeah, just go ahead and go all the way down. Which is this one. So modifying this compare or this jump would work. So this compare, telling it to jump if not equal, move by 1. Okay, that's fine, because we want it to be non-zero. There. So now we have our limitations fixed, but the open, I think, is still broken. Oh, good lord. I don't care. Ollie. I think it's just Ollie doing that. So our first modification would have been fine, as well as this. I think this is actually an easier one. So yeah, let's do edit, copy all modifications to executable. Should just be the one changing it back to normal, and then the other one telling it to patch it down there, which should work. Haven't tested it yet, but let's find out. And then I'll show you the difference between a jump and a call as soon as this kills itself. Okay, go away. Okay. I don't know that it actually wrote that. Open is still broken. That's really weird. Like, why would that be broken? Actually, no, let's just do this. So if we open this, open, is open broken? No, it's not. And now if we were to modify it, it works just fine. So would we really need a loader? Let's go cheat engine. We'll find it again here real quick. The first scan, I think we know it's a 0. Compare with 0, jump if not equal. Compare with 0, jump if not equal. So it should be a 1. And then when we do this, it should now be a 0. And then when we do this, it should now be a 1. 0. One. Oh, there we go. One, one, one. Delete. Yes. 1, 1, 1 still. 0. I think I started this all wrong. This momentarily changes, then that one changes. I don't think those have anything to do with it. So we'll do this again. And I started with a 1 last time. Let's clear this. Start with a 0 this time. 1. I heard in C function variables are put under the stack. Well, no. So in assembly, so not necessarily. In C, the way that you set up your frame before a call is that it puts the variables on the stack, yes, but you don't have to. They could be referenced inside the call. Like I could do a call and then use some global variable if I wanted to. I don't know if I hit next scan on this. There we go. But assembly doesn't do it for you. But typically before the call, yes, you'll see in assembly the variables being pushed to the stack. And then as soon as you do a call, it automatically pushes the next address of execution before the call onto the stack. And that's where when you hit return, the return function just says put execution at the address of whatever's on top of the stack. So you could do push address return as a jump, and you'll see that sometimes where return is used as a jump. Just going to try to lock this one and then delete. Aha. So you see what happened there? I essentially told it to just never. So this is going to be a 0, program returning. Now let's change this to a 1. Aha. Delete. Yes. Run still there. So let's find out what accesses this address. Yep. Man, it continually checks it. And that address doesn't get written pretty much by anything that I know of. Let's go like this. And I want to copy like all of this. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Copy to clipboard. Yeah, bytes and opcodes, sure. Notepad. Always have a notepad. See, this is how we're going to remember shit. There we go. And then we can close this, because what I want to do is find out what writes to this address, which I think is going to be nothing. Unless, of course, I set a 1 here, or a 0 here. Yeah, nothing. So this address raw here is the one that we are interested in. And let's do, can I, okay, I think the debugger's detached. I'm not sure. We'll find out when I try to attach with Ollie, which I'm thinking I should have downloaded. I just started using Cheat Engine. You should do a stream on how to use it. Well, we're kind of doing it right now. File, that won't work. Need to run as administrator. Should have got X32. I'm getting used to it. I have to say, like, it's really odd that, like, I'm at that turning point where it's equal amount of frustration to use either one now. Because I've used this one enough to get semi-used to it, to where the amount I'm used to this is the amount that I've detracted from remembering from this in second nature, and how quickly that's happened is kind of intriguing to me because I've used Ollie for like 17 years. And there's pieces in it that I'm like, well, where's that at now? Because in X32, those are the pieces I remember. So, yeah, it's very weird. So assembly, you basically have to do everything yourself. You could have 2 stacks if you even wanted to. Kinda, yeah. You can. I mean, people do that. They'll shift the frame pointer, so it's like, oh, I threw shit up here on the stack, and then I'm gonna move the frame pointer down here. You can't see what I'm doing, but yeah. And then I'll use this shit in this stack, and then I'll move the frame pointer up here, and because your frame pointer points to the top of the stack. Where's that? Unable to attach, which means I'm already attached to it. How do I detach? Memory view, debug, tools. No, son of a bitch. I could probably do this. There. That should have done it. Yep. Now we play the loading game. And this right now is actually what I'm noticing X32 is better at. It won't do all this until it has to, which I can tell Ollie to do, and usually I have it set up to do. And I think that's where my frustration's actually coming in at. This is a fresh install of Ollie, and it's not mine. There we go. So run view executable modules, MML2. Now we should be able to just use this address since we never closed the program, and we can, and we'll see that this is the exact same place, and let's see here, compares that byte, find references to address constant, and you'll see we do have a move 1, and we have a move O, and we have a compare. Is that the correct one? Yeah. EO, not 3.4. 3.4 is like a temporary one, but let's see what else we can do here. So essentially, if we follow in dump, memory address this, and right now it's set to a 1. You see that Cheat Engine has it locked to a 1, kinda. Oh no, it doesn't. Something in here has it. It's like we did it once, we changed it to 1, and it's like, oh, you're a 1. So now this is always going to be jumping. Yep. So it's essentially a toggle, and that's why compare against 1 works, because it will, if not equal, jump over it, and if it is, it will do, it'll set it to 1. So essentially just changing this byte here, which I don't think is in, this is also something I'm missing about X32, because I could do edit copy file offset and it would tell me. I don't think it is, because this is, oh no, it is. Let's see here. Copy address. Binary edit. That's going to change. Yeah, no, we can't. Okay. So this one here is the one that we need to modify to be a, should be a 1. Because, yeah, if we set it to 1, edit, copy all modifications executable. Yes. C. Yeah. And let's see if I can run that. And still be able to open a fucking application. So weird that the open breaks. We can do new. We can do this. This all works just fine. But open is broke. Whereas in our other one, it's still broke because I was running it. No. But if we just run this and then modify that variable, open works just fine. Did I rerun this? Yeah, we have an open here. So we can run. No, we're disabled right now. So let's go check this out. Okay, we've got this here, and this is currently at 0. We'll do edit, undo selection. There we go. So now we should be fine. Let's just do this. Delete. Delete. We'll get it back down. And still be broken. Let's set this to 0. Oh, not that. And then it should, when we do this, there we go. So this guy needs to be 0, and that guy needs to be, well, essentially 1. That breaks it. So if they differ, you're broken. Yeah. This one sets that one, it looks like. Ah, so they both need to be 0, or they both need to be 1. So we set this one to 1, that one will go to 0. If we go to 1 here, then we should be broken. Gotcha. So this one is whether or not you're broken. 0 should be you're not broken. So no matter what this one is, this one needs to stay 0. Always. And we can do that by saying
compare 1, jump from not equal, how do we get to this one? Lots of ways. So JS, this guy here, we want to change this back to a 0. Okay, it's going to be functioning as it should. Okay, so we're borked, and it's going to keep testing. So we're not taking this jump, because EAX is 1. I'm going to stop here, and let's move 4, that one. And so now, if we remove these, oops, we'll see that we're broken. Delete. Program features restored. We're not broken. Okay, interesting. Oh, right. This needs to be a 0. My bad. There. So now, we're still broken. Delete. The other one at the end. Okay, we're not broken. We're not oh yeah, well, maybe we're broken. So this toggles it. Let's undo this selection. EO and E4. These are both 0s. So we're not broken. And then we'll see that those get modified when we do this. Bloop. And you'll see now, follow and dump. Oh, it's a momentary thing. So we just need to always jump over, but do we? Let's see. What's in here? Why would it need to toggle? Just to keep track, so it would be able to change back and forth, but I don't think it's actually toggling. If I was going to make a simple kernel, I would make some sound and graphic functions and use those to build apps. I just don't know how to make the kernel load apps into memory and jump around like task switch. Oh yeah, that would be, so essentially if you just made it threaded, you could have that handle it. But if you were to write a basic kernel in assembly, that could get, essentially it's going to be a never-ending loop, and then every tick you would execute a different portion every time through. So you'd have an increment, and then you'd have to have expanding space over here in memory, and then you would tell it, okay, run this app on this next loop, and then run this app on the next loop, and then so forth and so forth. And it would work. So move EAX1 and XOR EAX. So let's see what comes out of this.
So EAX1. So let's go into here and let's XOR EAX. Okay, now we're not broken. It doesn't pop up. So in here, we have the XOR EAX. Essentially, whatever was going to bring us here would have been bad, and that would have been decided by this and that. Now, we see another move EAX here. What the hell is this one used for? Let's put a breakpoint there. Oh, look, we landed on it. And let's execute till return. Oh, it's this call that's right in here. Test EAX, jumps out. Okay, so that really doesn't matter at all. That function, unless it's called from somewhere else, which, let's go like this. It's called from a couple places. One being right there, the other being right here. And it looks like it's storing that value. So let's go higher. Let's undo this. And let's do this. XOR EAX, EAX. So that should still work. Maybe not. Program features restored. Run application. So, okay, so it caught itself. Okay, as I say, I can't right click. What the fuck? Delete. But I right clicked the next one. Okay, so we're good. We're not borked. And let's see, that was here. What calls this and how many times? And I think that's going to be as far as we're going to need to go. So this one calls it and then stores that value. So that's pretty cool, but let's go to it because we see that there's a way to jump over that, and that's with this one. And we can test BL to go over it. Move your pointer 0. So this call might be worth looking at. Because it's even further up. Test AL, test AL. This one's called from several places. But it doesn't seem to ever be called with us, which means we're going over it somehow. Alright, so let's come on back. We're actually going to undo selection, and we should get our normal stuff back. Delete. And then instead of move EAX1, we'll just do a 1 byte patch. Move EAX0. Or, yeah, it won't really matter. So this call determines whether or not we jump right to it. Let's go one further, because this is good. And as long as we don't land here, so if we take this, which is determined by what's put into EAX, which is also being stored from here. Oh, what do you know? So jump over to here, move EAX to your pointer ECX plus 8. Comparing this, let's go ahead and do that. ECX plus 4. Can we make it by change flag way? Do you have videos on simple operating systems you made? I don't at this point. Can we make it by change flag way? Well, I mean, yeah, we could change the flag, but that would just do it once. But here, we'll see that ECX plus 4 is 3. We're comparing it with this. And then instead, we're going to jump to here, and we're going to move into EAX, ECX plus 8, and then move into EAX, what's at EAX, which is that, and then return. Test, and then let's see if we just edit, binary edit 0, that guy, hit run. Whoa. Access violation. Got it. XOR AL AL. So there's going to be places where we can't do that. So essentially this one is the call. Move EAX1 and return. So if, let's just do this. Bleep. Edit, copy address, rewind. Yes. Shouldn't need this anymore. You served your purpose finding us our toggle. And let's Control V, G, run. And we are loading. We have loaded. Now this is unmodified, I do believe. Yes. So we should be able to open. Oh God, options, debugging, exceptions, also ignore, no, delete, add range. Okay, we can open, and now we've landed here. It's going to check us out. Let's see here. Move EBP ESP, move EAX, DWORD at EBP plus 8, sub ESP10, compare EAX plus 150 with 0. It is 0. Push EBX, move EBX ECX, jump if equal, let's see what happens if we don't jump here. Compare that by with 0, jump if equal, let's see what happens if we don't jump here, and run. Okay, so we instantly get that message if we do it here. So we do want to always jump, and the reason it's checking is so we could do it here to where we just move one into it, following dump memory address. See, and then it checks the next one. Okay, so let's follow it through and see what happens here. Now, if we were to take this, it would just go to here. So let's take that. And let's take it every time. And see what happens. Can we still open? Can we open another project? Okay, we've opened another. You've reached the limits. It thinks. Okay, so now are we breaking up here? No. Test EAX, jump if not equal. Ah, so this guy and that guy. So it does still boil down to here. Not just here, but there. Compare EDI, jump if greater. It was 2. Increment EDI. Jump if not equal. Test ESI. Jump if not 0. So let's run through this again here by doing this. Okay, so we return into here, which means this call brought us up there. And then jump if not equal, test ESI, we come back up again. Now this call, move EAX that, check it, compare, jump if not equal. Let's take that jump. Test ESI, it's not 0, so then we would go out. Okay. So we can't really mess with this too much because this is calculated and it could be lots of things. But let's do this. And let's see. Seems to always be the same thing. What happens if we do that? Okay, so unable to process exception. That's why we broke the loading somehow. So we can't do this. Can't change that. So the best thing we can do would be to not go as deep and make that change here. Rewind. Yeah, I'm sure. Go to expression, Control V, and let's change this to a 0 assemble. Oh, we did that already. So let's run. And let's see if we can open and not be limited. If those two things match, we should be good. Alright, we can open. And we cannot be limited. Alright, we didn't bork open. And we're not limited. Now let's see here. View, toolbars, import settings. Pause. This is going to take a while. Debug, execute till user code. Okay, bam. So this would have gone there. This one brought us here, and that was that. This would have got us over it. Check that there, and it moved into AX some junk. So now let's try that run. Try that again. View, toolbars, export. So you'll see we're not going to take that jump. ECX being something, but let's take that jump. And not available in this version. Oh, we got the file name. So we got to go a little bit higher. Let's do that one more time. View, view, toolbars, export settings. We will execute until return, essentially. Okay, so this call, so let's return. That was this call. Does this make any change? Or does this make any change? Because we went over that, most likely. Let's go a little bit further. Return. Okay, this is a big old calculated jump. So let's run. Try it again here. View, toolbars. So now this one, we don't take the jump. So let's take the jump and go over that. And let's take the jump and go over that. And then not take the jump. We'll jump over that. We're going to get a message box. That's empty. So let's try that one more time. View toolbars. So we're going to go over. New origin here. Take that jump. Still gonna be a thing. Okay, so Control F9, F8. Run. So pretty much anything that is just in the loop here. Okay, so this one actually skips a call if we take it. So let's do that. Oh no, this is the same thing. This is the same spot. Right here's our message box. This is not doing us any good. Let's do this. Return from here, which we don't know how we got here. Find references to selected command. I doubt it, yeah. So that whole jump, return as a jump, it's kind of what's going on here. But we can check test EAX, so this call. The problem with these is they will straight up just be running all the time. Let's see. Zzz. I doubt that we have anything new. So, global event editor, that works. Not supposed to work, so that works. Toolboard, import settings. Push for, this is different. No, it's not. It's the same damn thing. So, something above this switch, maybe. Or something coming into it. So it's pretty clear that that was not exactly how we got there. I wish I could put a break on that, but let's see here. Oh, I can. Alright, so EBP plus 14 is what we're going to call, and that is this, but why? And we should have put one on this as well, but now, if we knew the right place for the load file, which we might be able to find, we'd have to know, well, we wouldn't have to know. It would be easier if we knew like the extension or anything like that, but yeah. So we're here, we're going to do that, but let's instead do this. It's going to be the exact same. So we could go here. This is different. So EBP plus 14 was from this. This determined which function we were going to be setting up, which came out of here, maybe. Yeah, it would have had to have come out of there. Which, jump if not 0, this guy somewhat determined somehow. Okay, so we want to get through this, but we can't because you see it's continually sending commands. So I think that the command for that button might just be that. We would have to rewrite it. Anyhow, let's get back to work here. View patches. That's a lot of patches, and that's not what it's supposed to be. Applied. Okay, so this is the only one that we actually did. Control A should clean that up. Yeah, sorry Sass, I didn't see your message there. If you're still watching, I was in the wrong channel. I don't have a fancy bot like you. But yeah, that was fun. That survive.io. Copy to executable. X, yes. C2. Just in case we need to come back, edit copy address. Exit. Yep. Kill it. Oh. Okay, can we open? Are we limited? We still cannot open. But we are not limited. Wonder if we can open like by dragging and dropping. That is so weird. Why can it not open? That is crazy. So, we know that we would need to make a loader. What do you know? Wait, what happens if we do this? It won't load it. So, and let's fire up the other VM real quick while grabbing the rest of the stuff, because we do need to run this one more time with Ollie to grab. Yeah, it's fine. Our loader's better and quicker. Easier and quicker. Essentially, I don't want to dig into figuring out why that's broken when we modify the actual byte. It might be a CRC or something. But if we change that byte on load, everything's fine. So, realistically, I'm running out of time. Not that important of a project, because obviously if you're going to be developing games, you should play with the free until you determine that you hit a limit that you need, and then if you're going to be wanting to release the game anyways, you'd want to have the proper licensing. Otherwise, that will come back on you. It doesn't matter. So this was sort of just a fun, hey, can I find this with Cheat Engine and then modify it? Which turns out, yeah, you can. Totally can. So we're going to change that byte to a 0. From a 1 to a 0. Watch as I topple an entire galactic government by changing a 1 to a 0. Edit, copy address. So the reason loaders are so much easier are I can use virtual addresses. Where's OBS? Oh, it's over here. There we go. I can do it on the fly. It doesn't require making any changes, and little things like this where it might detect that its exe has been patched, you bypass that automatically. However, it does require a separate tool, which for me, I throw a loader in there and I change the shortcut to match. I mean, it's no big deal. So we want this 1 byte, 1 1, and P1 is from a, was it a 1 to a 0? Let me check. Yeah, it's from a 1 to a 0. Oh, to a 0. So yeah, P1 0. Get rid of these. And then this is not Principia, but it is, what's it called? It's the exe name. It's like as mmf2u.exe. And that should do it. This is called Fusion 2. Fusion 2 loader //192.168.0.137 dash downloads. Oh, I can't spell. Control V. Pop back over into the other VM. I think it's 5. No, it's definitely 7. There we go. Let's grab that. Wait, do we have shared clipboards for files? No. And let's see if this works. Oh my. Continue. Okay, can we open? We can open. Are we limited? We aren't limited. See? Quick and easy. Now we can open and we're not limited. So we could make some games and do some stuff like that. But of course, if you were going to be wanting to produce the games, then you would want to, let's see if this works. Fusion apps. Then you would want to buy it, of course. I mean, I'm not advocating not buying it because you're not going to get anything extra out of this. I'm sure it is actually a dumbed down version missing several features, because they'd be a fool to build all of that into the free version anyhow. But the mild limitations, taking out the ability to do things or to write in something separate, that would be harder. So that's why they have the little counter. Because adding in protection after the fact is always circumvented, or can always be circumvented. Of course, if you try to go to a folder that doesn't exist, you crash it. There it goes. But if it's built in the whole time, it's a lot harder to circumvent, if at all. Like if you just release 4 different versions to 4 different people, then obviously they can't do anything about that, and because they're all different. Let's do this new folder here. Okay. Whoa, allow. Look at that. ClickTeam Fusion. And it's running in a browser. That's pretty cool. It even hosts you a little web server and everything. ClickTeam Fusion. ClickTeam.com. Alright, well that's cool. HTML5. Of course, you can just run it. Internal interpreter here, which is its own platform that is likely going to be its own platform or own interpreter with its own language, and that's why you're able to port it so easily to different things, because essentially they've made extensions that allow that. It's intermediate language. Anyhow, that was a fun one. Started off very strange. My initial patch was just cheat engine. I was like, oh, there, it's gone. And then after that, it was, hey, can we translate this into something real? And we did. Now, of course, the other weird features like extension manager, that one's going to be built out of it, which may just be a version string. Like, these are grayed out. The install doesn't work, but that we may be able to look into, because you should be able to load extensions. That might just be like a label thing. It checks real quick. Actually, we can check it real quick. I've got just enough time, I think. Just barely enough time. Except this is going to probably take a day and a half to attach. Yeah, it didn't take a day and a half. It just took most of a day. Okay, so let's view extension manager. Go to hell. Okay, and then let's do install. Okay, so we are right here again. 3D active. Let's see what happens if we go through all this. Okay, we're not taking this jump, so we are taking this call. This extension is not compatible with your version, so let's hit run and get our error message here. Install. Okay, so we've found the message box place, but have yet to find where this is being clicked. Because this is being called, well, let's see, where is this at? Follow and don't. No, that's not what we want. Well, kind of. Do fine. Actually, I'm sure it gets referenced up here. This looks like it might be doing some sort of version checking. Ha! Oops. I hit the wrong button there, but that's okay. Oh, it won't matter in a second. Okay, so it doesn't ever actually hit that. Give it one more, then I gotta go. RT string, so let's grab res hacker here real quick. It's reading a resource. Res hacker. H module MMF2U. Its name is ID 159 and it's a string. So let's hurry up. Damn it. Okay, so string table, and the ID was what? 159 calc 159, which should be 9F in hex. So 159. Oh, it's literally just loading the strings out of the resource folder. So we needed to be above this. So this call here likely. So let's, okay, 9EO F7. Oops, that call did something. And then this one's going to load our resource. Alright. Install. different. So let's see here. I want to click it one more time. And this, let's do search for all reference strings, 360 move them. Son of a bitch. So, movement. Aha! Not available in this version. Ah, we got something different. So now we kind of just keep going until we figure out where it all came from. 360 movement, sub EAX10, we push that. We're going to do this call, which is there. F9, move ALBL, that should all be fine. Let's not jump to here. Well, we don't know if we jumped or not, but let's actually go here, new origin here. Okay, so now we're up here. Now what we want to find out is what portion of this is responsible for all of this. Okay, well, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. And, what? By looking over your shoulder, it looks to be, yes, it is a nice sunny day, and I gotta walk over to the school to get my daughter, and then go pick up my other one, and yeah, you know, I think we can probably, download these manually. ClickTeam. Export modules, say you want to go to Universal Windows Platform. Try. See, the try doesn't have the... Yeah, so essentially they've got those pretty much locked down. You could probably find the files and install them, but yeah. At least for now, we can design without limits. I gotta go. Thanks for watching. This stream was about an hour and a half longer than I had planned on, but hey, the more we dig, the more we learn. The more we learn, the easier it is later. Well, the more we are thinking about potential and possibilities. So, like today, using Cheat Engine to figure out, well, this thing's toggling. Can I just detect that? Turns out you can. So, as always, if you're new to the stream, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Pop into Discord, the link's in the description, and feel free to throw software my way. We'll take a look at it together and see what we can do. Other than that, peace out. We'll see you next time. Oh, and like and subscribe and share and stuff like that. And make and sell merch for me, and then give me the proceeds. Not all of them. 90-10. Later.